Well, Spark was started in 1983 in response to a Green Ribbon study about how to make parks on school grounds. The community is involved in not only fundraising but also in planning the park. Our only rule with Spark is that there must be pedestrian access after school and on the weekends for the community to use the park. We are a nonprofit, so we raise money from the private sector, and we get federal community development block grant funds for some of the parks that are in low-income neighborhoods. We want each child to be a part of the finished product. All of our schools are given a goal of raising $5,000. Some schools can do that in one day. Other schools work all year.
I am the art specialist at Northbrook Middle School. Our budget for the school year is just over $1,000, and that's between 2 teachers, and we teach roughly 285 kids per teacher.
A lot of art programs have been cut from schools.
We make choices based on budget, just like we all do.
So I do a lot of fundraising on my own, a lot of grant writing, and trying to raise the money to get interesting supplies.
Well, I remember being in the office and getting a call from Charming Charlie about a project using damaged materials. I knew what Charming Charlie meant. It meant bling and it meant glitz. And I just knew that kids would be so excited getting their hands in a box of jewelry and earrings and everything and doing something with it. I didn't know what. And I remember saying, don't give this project to anybody else. Let me think about it. We visualized a project that the art classes at the schools would come up with collages with the theme of Play in the Park.
This project gives our children an additional opportunity to create a visual art project under the direction of their teacher. This really is an opportunity to provide something that we otherwise wouldn't have at all.
When we first received the box of jewels, first I had to keep my office staff away because I think everybody was like, oh my gosh, let me look through that. No, this is for the children.
The kids that I teach, they're my life skills and special needs kids. They're not any different from any other kid. I knew that we were onto something when we opened that box and found something that they were interested in, and it was different from the everyday project supplies that we normally use.
English as a Second Language is a program that is at most schools. It is for children whose first language is not English. What I wanted to do was to take the jewels from Charming Charlie and use it as a language building activity as well as an art activity. With a project like this, they got to build their English vocabulary with adjectives that described shape and color, texture.
When I first saw the big box of jewelry, I thought, how are we ever going to untangle all of that?
I was surprised that much jewelry could be thrown out and that much had been collected into this huge mass of jewelry.
And they could really pick some pieces out and break a bracelet in half and look at it and say, this little hump of a bracelet looks like a dinosaur bone. And, then they'd start putting this together, and I just thought, wow, this requires some imagination.
A lot of people doubt the ability of our kids, and sometimes they need to step back and let the children just go to work.
We just sketched it out first, and then we started adding little pieces of jewelry, and then it just got amazing.
We used necklaces, chains, rings, beads that were broken off of bracelets.
My favorite part was how at the end we all just looked at the project and thought, oh, I made that and it looks awesome. It was really a good feeling.
It's a group effort, so everyone's going to get to have their own little part in it.
My favorite part was somehow we made a picture out of broken jewelry that no one wanted. It's really kind of amazing. Who does that?
When we started getting the first projects back, I would bring people into my office and I would say, oh my gosh, these are gonna sell for thousands of dollars. I mean, I can see this in an apartment in New York City. Well, I think art is in the eyes of the beholder. The context could not spend thousands of dollars on artwork. I would say we're not quite even yet, but I have lots of boards in my office that I'm hoping will go for a real good price. It's been interesting. One school used some bilingual students for the project. Another school used students that had learning disabilities. And that art teacher came back to me and said, you know, we have nonverbal students working on this, but you can see their excitement in their eyes when they put their hands in this project.
This project was initially intended to kind of supplement for the art program that's not here. We knew that this was going to be more than that because of the excitement of the children. We knew that when we had parents coming up to us after school saying, my child has been talking about the art that they're doing in class, it was something that was validating students and making them feel like they could do something more than just art.
The kids actually have these aha moments, is what I call them, is all of a sudden you see that light bulb go off. They may not be able to verbalize it to you, but all of a sudden you'll see it in their eyes that I get it. And the teachers have made the comment that we didn't know he knew that color before. You know, you'll tell them put white on the clouds and they go to white instantly because they've made that connection.
I feel that each student benefited from this project by working together as a team. And I saw it force students to slow down and to listen to each other and to be willing to share.
We learned a lot about teamwork because we had to help each other a lot and we had to work together. It wasn't just like one person doing all the work.
My favorite part of it was just working with my friends, communicating.
Getting to talk about different ideas, getting to listen to their ideas.
Well, you can't really do anything without teamwork. We were all giving suggestions and working together on this. It's kind of a together project.
I think it's really good that I got to give back, and I think it was really amazing that we got to use stuff that would have been thrown away to make a whole new beautiful piece of artwork.
The supplies that were donated were something I would never have been able to afford on my own, to give them this opportunity.
I feel that children who are allowed the opportunities, such as the Charming Charlie collage, learn the value of working together cooperatively.
This program is something that is more than just creating art pieces. It's something that's ultimately changing lives.